This is the Goodfellow Smiles Syntesi. I like the head profile of it. It's real thin. Like I said, I haven't shaved with it yet. This is the one that's made in Italy. And it weighs 98 grams. So, you know, it's got some weight to it. And it's a little over 3 inches long. Simpson T3 knot, synthetic knot, one of my favorite knots. I'm going to be using some of Goodfellow's shaving soap as well. And I'm going to face lather with it. And everyone asks me, you know, what kind of bowl is this? This is just a dog feeding bowl. Like if you have I think it's just for a medium dog or a small dog, I'm not sure. But you can see the diameter of it compared to Puck's. But it's, you know, it breaks down. And I actually bought this from Sterling Soaps when I first started out. But I was in the pet store and I'm like, that's my shave bowl. So if you're looking for these, you don't have to order these online. You don't have to go through Sterling Soaps. Go down to your local pet store and pick one of these up. This is for pets that if they're, you know, inhaling their food, makes them slow down when they eat. I don't know, I've bought a couple of these back in the day for different dogs that we have owned. But anyhow, I do have a bowl, but I gotta say I do face lather a hell of a lot more. I think and believe that when you're lathering it up on your face, it makes a bigger impact on your shave, because this is all preparation on your face. You know, if you don't prep your face correctly, you know, if you're down in this bowl for a couple of minutes getting the perfect lather, that's the couple of minutes you could have spent applying that to your face. Makes sense? So I know when I first started out, I thought I needed a bowl. You really don't. I mean, even when the only time I might use this is if I'm setting this in the bowl, but honestly, a lot of times I just set it, you know, right side up and it's good to go. Let me put some water on my face here. And I'm just gonna open this up. I'd like to put a little bloom water in there. I should have done that before I just started going off on tangents. But anyhow, and I can't really show it to you, but just that little bit of warm water I put in there, right? And I'm just gonna pour a little bit of that out. Go back up in here, right? And then I'm gonna take the rest of it and put it down here. You know, grab your soap. Well, grab your brush first. The nice thing with synthetic brushes, I just dipped it in the water like twice, and then I just wring it out, right? Might even do that a couple of times. These synthetic brushes hold a shit ton of water. And then just go in here and grab some of the soap. I mean, that's it. Now, spend all this time, instead of lathering up on your bowl, spend it on your face. And I can tell you that you're gonna get better results. I do. So I think you can bloom water in your soap or cream to help create that base, you know, slickness on your face. And what I think is critical is getting the base down first, now loading up your razor. So I'm gonna go in with my baseline, so it's my first shave with this razor, which are these Persona Comfort Coats. So this Goodfellow Smile, it's a 3-piece razor, and you notice how it has the bar system up here, right? And you can see it does have a threaded insert as well, washer, whatever you want to call it. But this bar right here locks into the safety bar. Pick that up. And what they did is they just cut a complete line. So when this thing locks in, it locks in really tight. And the back of the plate, this is the manufacturing company that Goodfellow Smiles has sub this out to, which these guys are really good. I've been on their website. They make a ton of different stuff. I'm just gonna go in, and the reason why I like Persona blades, the comfort coats, so well is there's no goo on these. You see how there's no glue on this blade at all? That makes a huge difference to me. So I like pinching the blade on the sides here, and I take the safety bar, put it on the back. Great lockup, no movement whatsoever, and then screw on the handle. Okay, locked in, ready to go. A very well made safety razor, like made out of stainless steel, and this company in particular as well. You're not gonna have to worry about the blade being misaligned because it locks in perfectly. So I'm just gonna go down here and just add a little more water, a little more warm water. I don't shave with scalding hot water. A lot of people with sensitive skin, they try to shave with like cold water or a cold rinse with their razor. I can't do that. I know a lot of guys do that. Yeah, for me, I just use lukewarm water and it works out great for me. So just getting this to pop a little bit. You know, it's cold up here in Ohio, and I just gotta make sure I get a good coating on so I don't rip out my face, because in the winter my hair is like nails. Really is. All right, now going in for the first pass here. Did I press record? I didn't. Forgot to press record on my field recorder. So what I just did is build up a nice base, and I'm gonna go in with my safety razor now. Got a pretty good feel to it. With its low profile here, you know, compared to, well, here's the, just to give you an example, this is the America razor. See how much bigger the head is on the America compared to the Syntesi. Pretty big difference. I just did a shave with that one the other day just to make sure I did get that good of a shave out of it, and yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's what I thought I was gonna like about this one. That thin profile, really easy to detail with. Pretty darn good. I really like their aluminum safety razor, and I have a great feeling I'm gonna like this one as well. Kind of rode the cap on that pass. Let me go a little more shallow. Yeah, it's a pretty versatile razor, that's for sure. What I mean by riding the cap is taking more of like a 45 like this compared to, you know, what feels natural. Okay. Wow, I was watching another shaver on YouTube, and man, this gentleman was just flinging his razor down here, and I'm like, oh my gosh. He ended up
just chewing up his neck, and I'm like, man, that's just all technique. And he said he got a great shave. Yeah, dude, that's not a great shave. Yeah, what a great razor right there. The thin profile reminds me of like a leaf twig. I got one. I've got a thorn here. You know, with that thin profile. That's what it reminds me of. Still got a lot there, but that first pass was pretty good. Let's give that a rinse. If you're trying to figure out, do I have a good soap or not? When you go to apply your second application of soap, if you do take 2 passes at it, which I'm assuming you do if you use a safety razor, if the soap is still slick on your face after you rinse it off, you got a pretty good idea of where you're at with slickness. That's how I judge it. And if you start looking at soaps that way, you'll be able to judge all the different soaps that you try or have, how much slicker one might be to another, not just what razor blade combination you used on your face that day, because that makes a huge difference as well. At least it does for me. But this stuff just pops, and you can buy all this stuff from Super Safety Razors. Howie's been on, my podcast before. A great guy. I would suggest buying it from him. He's the gentleman that sent all this stuff to me. And just to give him, a little bit credit back. Now, he does have a Amazon store as well. And, he sells to everybody in North America, any boutique stores. But give him a little bit of credit because he sends us a lot of stuff, which in turn I give it to you guys anyway. So keep that in mind when you're on someone else's website. But I'll put his link down below. But just see how easy this stuff popped. Now, what I like to do is I like to squeeze out the soap and apply more down to my most sensitive area, which is my neck. And this is on my second pass, right? I mean, this stuff's good, dude. Pretty good. On my second pass, I just went right against the grain. If you have a sensitive neck, and a lot of people ask me this question because you have sensitive skin as well, and your neck, you're always cutting the crap out of it. I get it. I was the same way. If I go across the grain on my neck, instant razor burn, razor bumps, I'll cut myself. That's why I go against the grain on my lower pass here on my neck. And knowing which way the hairs grow on your face, mapping out the hair on your face is huge. I can't stress that enough. That's almost as big as getting the right razor and blade combination to get a perfect shave. So keep that in mind. Try going with the grain on your first pass. And the second pass, don't go across it on your lower neck. You can up here still, right? But down here, my hair grows up. From here over, it grows from my chin to my ears. Most people are like that. If you get hair below your Adam's apple, your hair generally will grow up after that. Yeah, it does a great job. Okay. pretty darn good there. All right, let's give that a rinse. All right, now I'm just gonna go in with an alum block here with some cold water and go over this shave. Nothing there. A little bit right there for some reason. Nothing on my lower neck. That's good news. I did get some right there, though. A little funky right there as well. All in all, a very good shave, though. Okay. This is the Parker alum block. If you guys haven't picked up an alum block, I think for the money, this is the best one to grab. It's so freaking huge. You can cut it in half. That was my original plan, because most of the other alum blocks that I've owned, they're like half that size. So I was just going to take my bandsaw and just, zip it in half. But I ended up, I just can cover more area at once. Pretty nice. All right, now just getting that alum off my face here. Let's go in with some Thayer's, my all-time favorite. You don't have to shake it. Something, I have just a habit of shaking stuff that's in a bottle. You're bald, put it up on your head too. It'll do wonders for your head. Okay. Then I'll go in with some Nivea. Just a little bit. This is actually a night shave. I generally shave in the morning or I should say late morning. And this is a night shave, so I don't want to put a ton of that on because I'm just going to be going right to bed. But what a good razor. Now, one way to take care of your razor, and I don't show this enough on here, is I generally take one of my old toothbrushes and go over the entire razor. There's a top cap. And just real quickly, your blades, if you're going to reuse them, just rinse them off. Right? The safety bar or base plate, give that a nice little couple scrubs on each side. And that's it. That's really all you have to do to maintain a safety razor. These aren't hard to take care of. If you just rinse them out and then set them, on your counter, you can do that, but it's going to start getting, that soap scum's going to start getting on it. It's going to start, messing with the finishes of your razor. And yeah, I just don't roll that way. So what I do is, I just dried it off real quick. I put mine back together. Sure, I got all the water out. But now this is ready to roll again. If I set it aside and I come back, I don't care if it's 2 months before I use this razor again. When I grab it, it's clean, it's ready to go. I generally don't leave shit laying out on my countertop. I usually just put things away in drawers and doors and shelving. That's what I do. But what a great shave with this razor. Now, the last shave I did was with that America razor from Yates Precision. What it had to follow up was what I considered the best razor of 2023. So, yeah, it was hard for this one to beat that. Is it as good as a Yates? No. Is it as good as like a Rex Envoy? Oh yeah, I think it's a way better shave than a Rex Envoy. And it's cheaper too. This one's like $90 or $95. It's under $100. Let's just say it's under $100. The Rex Envoy is like $140, I think, or $30 or $60. I'm not sure if Matt raised the pricing on that yet, but this will definitely top that one. And it's nice. Its blade gap is 0.65. And it's a 0.02 blade exposure. So it's almost neutral. But yeah, what a great shave. Highly recommend this. I would definitely recommend this to anybody. I like the thin profile of it. Like if you have a beard or like me, a goatee, and you don't want to buy like, you know, a twig or a leaf because you don't want to snap blades, whatever. This thing's got such a thin profile. I mean, you can easily carve in lines with it very easily. So thanks so much to Super Safety Razors. Howie, I'll leave his link below so you guys can research this razor and maybe possibly get one in your shave den. But thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a fantastic day.